Hi, Sandra here from Create in Spain, and here is today's card. It's a simple to make happy birthday card in different layers, and this one is quite unusual in that it combines two sorts of cards, because not only have you got the layers, but you also have a shaker piece at the back. At least this could be shaker if I'd made it thicker. I didn't want these pieces to move around too much, so I didn't put any foam or extra layers in this frame here. I've just got the two pieces of plastic sandwiching these stars in the center, and so they don't move a great deal, but that's what I wanted. I wanted them to stay up in the top as well as go down behind all the rest of the things. I've already done the first step for this card, which is to fold in the side panels along the score lines and to put in a shaker. Now I've just made this one a very, very simple, very thin shaker. There's virtually no gap between this at all, but it doesn't really need a big gap because all I've done is put in a few stars. Now this isn't what I would class as a finished card, if you like, and yes, I know it's not finished at the moment, but this is just a prototype, so I've not taken any care with the choice of colours or cards or anything else. This is just a prototype to show you how to actually do it. So that is the back, and the shaker card is simply done with the frame and a couple of layers of plastic and stuck onto the back part, and you can see that it's nice and neat on the back of the card itself. So you can choose, maybe you'd like it round that way, maybe you'd like it round the other way, I don't know, whichever. I'm going to use it this way with the frame. So for the next layer we want to have the balloon layer, and again this is being folded, but what I want to do is to get the actual balloons placed on. Now I've made these so that they're cut out, they have a highlight cut out of them, so when you put glue on, it's important to put it on the back of the balloon rather than the white balloon that it's going to go on, and make sure you know which one is going where and in what order. So my next one is going to be the middle one, and I'm using what is called a tacky glue here. It's a very, very, very sticky, thick glue. Whoops. Don't get the glue everywhere else. There we are, and the last one. So use whatever glue you feel happiest with, but this particular glue is designed so that it doesn't make card wrinkle, which is an important consideration. Don't want lots of wrinkly elements. Now I've got some glue on there, so I'm just going to wipe that away just so I don't get it on the rest of my card, because that would be very, very annoying. So I'm going to set that to one side. The next layer is the one with the presents. I'm just going to get tissue and just dry this off. Don't make my card wet either. Now I'm just experimenting here to see which look I preferred, to see whether I liked the thread wrapped around the parcels. I still feel some stickiness there from the glue somewhere. Or whether I like just having a pen marked ribbon on it. And I think I prefer the thread. So in future that's what I shall do. But the first one to go on, I think, should be, and I can put the glue on here because it's not got any highlights cut out of it, the one right at the top, the back one there. And this one should in fact go on that side, but because I've done the other two parcels the same way, this one will be better off put in the middle, otherwise it just look really odd. But it isn't the correct one, which is why I'm going to end up with a little gap around the top here. But I said it's just a prototype, so I'm not bothered. You could always put these on raised foam pads as well if you wanted to. And in fact, I probably would if I was making the card properly. So there we go. Right, so that's the next layer to go in. And the final layer is the happy birthday. Now with this one at the moment, all I've done is I've coloured that in with an alcohol marker. However, in the file I have actually given the happy birthday as a separate cutout in its own right. So you could cut it out in glitter paper, gold paper, whatever else you fancied, and just stick it onto that. So to make the card up is very simple. Just checking I've got no glue on here. The first one you want to put in is the one with the balloons. I have managed to get some glue on there somehow, but never mind. And what you want to do is to put your glue or your tape or whatever it is that you're using, and I would recommend using a dry tape, normally this double-sided tape, on that side, and match that up to the bottom and that folded edge. And then fold it over like so when you are happy with the position of it. The next one is the present, the gift layer, little bit of glue there, and again put that one up against the previous edge and fold over, making sure that you've got it level across the base. You must have it level with the base. And finally we have the happy birthday. And this one goes along the front edge. If you have any discrepancy in where it's going to go, it goes along the front edge. Now, the great thing is that when you've got all these flat, you can put your tape or your glue along each piece just there, your folded flap. Make sure they're all aligned with the base again, and then you fold over that edge. Now, you must make sure normally that that is dry before you open it up, because otherwise you risk it coming to bits. But if I'm in luck, I'll be able to open that up, and there we have the layered card. And I think that looks really quite pretty, even though it's not in fancy cards or colours and fancy papers. I think that looks quite nice. So there we go. That's the card for today, and as usual the file will be linked below. Take care now. Bye bye.